Okay, September then. Shall we try just going through with the SATB track? I'm not going to play the muted track. Let's try SATB. And it is quite long. I tell you what, I might stop it halfway through and we'll sort of take it in two chunks. And that's probably the easiest way to go about it. Let me just share my sound again. Okay, so sopranos. Get it all up. Okay, so sopranos. Ding diddling ding ding diddling. What is it? Diddling ding, isn't it? Diddling ding, diddling ding, diddling ding. That's your bit. Altos. Ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba. And alto twos. Ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba. Here we go from the top. Diddling dings, a soprano and alto two. That's your note, alto one. Here we go. Ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba. Never a cloud. Just going to stop us there immediately already and just ask you, sopranos, were you okay with the Sebedetendea? Tell me if not, and we can go through it. Okay, I'm seeing some shaking heads. Go on, Janet, if you got a question. Well, I can't hear you.
I thought we were doing ding-a-ling-ding. You changed it, and you're singing diddling-ding.
Ding-a-ling ding, diddling ding, ding-a-ling ding. That's fine. Yeah, you can. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. Ding-a-ling ding. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Is that what you've got? Because I haven't got Amanda's what's it in front of me? Is that what it says? Ding-a-ling.
Well, that's what I wrote on my notes. So
brilliant. Okay, let's do ding-a-ling ding then. Make sure we're all doing that. That's fine. Okay, yeah. So let's just quickly go through that. Just top of the second page. So sopranos. Ding-a-ling ding, diddling ding, diddling ding, diddling ding. Sebedetendea. So we need to use that first rest. You can see in bar 7, that squiggly line, that first rest as a breath. Yeah. So it literally goes 3, 4. Sebedetendea. 3, 4. Sebedetendea. Bow wow. And then it's getting the bow wow. And again, there's another squiggly rest just before the bow wow. So use that as another breath. So 3, 4. Sebedetendea. Bow wow. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. And you've really got to listen out for that tenor line. Okay. Go on, Joanne.
Can you sort of point to us when we've got to come in? Because I don't know how many ding-a-ling-a-lings we need to do before we get there.
I can point, but it will be in the wrong place because of Wi-Fi. Oh. Unfortunately. Okay. But you've got to, if you listen out for that tenor line. So if we go from, because they go at the top of the second page, they go ba ba boom ba ba, never a cloud, sebedetendea. And their sebeditten. Sebeditten is on the 4th beat, okay? And dea is on that first beat where we're taking a breath. So if you listen out for that, sebedetendea, sebedetendea, that's how it would work. Sebeditten, sebeditten. You see what I mean? So as soon as that tenors go, dea, that's your crotchet, that's your breath in. Sebeditten, sebedetendea. Yeah. So you've really that. I mean, that's how when we did it then to the track. I was listening out for that tenor part. Sort of the only way to do it, really. But of course, yeah, you're right, Jan. Like in real life, I'll be conducting, and it'll be all fine. No mistakes will happen. Let us just go from the top. One more time, just see how we get on with that. Sopranos, listen up for that tenor track. Okay. Ding, ding-a-ling, this is your part. Alto 2. Alto 1 note. Here we go. Ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba. Never a cloud. in the key that our souls were singing as we dance in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. Say, do you remember, dancing in September, never was a cloudy day. I'm just going to pause it there just because it is a long piece, and if we can do it in sections, just make sure everyone's got the details down. Sopranos, making sure, because it is long, so we need dynamics to give it contrast, to make it interesting. And the loudest part of the piece should be obviously the chorus. Yeah, that's the bit that everybody knows. So say to you, that bit. So we want a little crescendo if we haven't got it in already, sopranos especially, but it does apply to everybody. So if you're looking at the bottom of page 6 bar 25, sopranos, you've got ba 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 ba, hey 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 ba. So every hey, get a little bit louder, yeah? Hey 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 ba, and we're into the chorus, yeah? Altos, you can do a crescendo there. So alto 1, ba 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 ba, and we're into the chorus. And alto 2's ba 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 ba, and we're into the chorus, yeah? So sort of crescendo, get louder into that chorus. Making sure, I think it sounds quite nice if we don't breathe after, say, do you remember dancing in September? So if I were just to sing that, say, do you remember, breathe, dancing in September, it just keeps the sound going right through that. So don't go, dancing in September, don't do that. Keep the phrase, keep it as phrases together, and only breathe in the rest of that bit. If I was alto 1, I'd sing breathe. Say, do you remember, breathe, dancing in September, never was a cloudy day, ba ba ba, and breathe after that. Yeah, cool. Do interrupt me if you've got a question at any time you want me to go specifically. And then for this interlude, is where we got up to page 8, really quiet. We've got to sort of go over the top with those dynamics. Really suddenly quiet. Ba 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 do ba do ba do ba do. Really, 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 really soft. So let's go from the interlude bit. So ba do, we're all in unison. Dancing in September. Just go into it. Never was a cloudy day. Ba ba ba. And just making sure that we've got that in bar 40. Ba-ba-do, sopranos, ba-do-wah, not ba-do-da, just making sure that we've got that marked in. Ba-do-wah. Okay, verse 3. Do-do-do-do-do, sopranos, do-do-do-do-do, alto 1s, do-do-do-do-do, alto 2s, top of page 9, verse 3, here we go. I thought so. Do-do-do-do, holding hands with your heart to sing. Only blue talk and love, remember, do you remember how we knew love was here to stay, to stay. Now December found the love we shared in September. Only blue talk and love, remember, the true love we share today. Say, do you remember, dancing in September, never was a cloudy day. He said, say, do you remember, dancing in September, never was a cloudy day. Okay, just quickly pause it there. Right, yeah, to making sure we go bottom of page 10. Now December, really soft again, really, 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 really quiet. That's really important. Found the love we shared in September, still really soft and quiet. Only blue talking love, and then sopranos here. Remember, suddenly loud, yeah. And altos, you can pick it up a bit. Do you remember true love? And then a crescendo here, ba 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 ba, because we're going into the chorus. Yeah, anytime we go into the chorus, nice big crescendo leading up to it. And the same breathing applies here. Yeah, breathe. Say do you remember? Breathe. Yeah, so straight across those phrases, please. Even though there's a comma, just keep that sound going. And then obviously it goes straight into another chorus. So sops, you can keep that level there, keep that intensity, keep the volume the same. Alto ones, your volume comes up a little bit there because you've got so really push that. It's a counter melody, so I'd say it's just as important as the melody. Cool. And alto twos, you just stick the same there. Cool. Okay, and then we got to bottom page 14. Just quickly go through it before we sing it. Just make sure alto twos, you've got the melody there. So again, suddenly louder. Yeah. Let's just go into it. So if we go from page 14, body up, 2, 3, and body up. Never was it cloudy. Ba 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 ba. Now a bell was ringing. Ba ba. Our souls were singing, singing. Do you remember? Never a cloudy. So really loud all the way through that alto twos, and then never a cloudy. It's sort of got. Let me just think. Do you remember? Never a cloudy day. Sort of makes sense to have. I know it says P on day, which means quiet on day, but it sort of makes sense to me, I think, to have it quiet at the start of that bar. So if we sort of, do you remember? Never a cloudy day. Go on, Amanda.
I'm writing notes, and I've obviously got to write the notes for the alto twos, but I don't actually know where you are in the music.
Ah, good question. So we're now at, so that we're looking at verse 5, bottom of page 14, or bottom of page 15, actually, that bit that I just said. So bar 80. Yeah. Where it suddenly gets quiet. And that applies to everybody, not just alto twos, that bit. So alto twos, your part would be, do you remember? Never a cloudy day. Yeah. Into that bit. So suddenly quiet in bar 80. Let's give that a go then. Verse 5. So bottom of page 14. That's where we got up to. Do ringing, sopranos, do ringing, alto ones. Now a bell was ringing. Alto twos. Here we go. Now a bell was ringing. Our souls were singing, singing. Do you remember? Never a cloudy day. Okay, sorry for keep stopping it. It's just I'll forget otherwise. Sopranos, we did put a breath in there in bar 80, end of 81, before you move up a note there. So you go, never a cloudy day. Hey, bop, bop. So we can do the slide in one breath and not break sort of, the sound of it. So a nice breath before that note change at the end of bar 81, please. And alto ones, what breath have we put in for you? Has anybody written it in?
It's after the end of remember. Singing, do you remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then before never a cloudy day.
And have you, let me just see, never a cloudy day. Ba, 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 ba. Did I ask you to put in a breath after the first two but bars?
Yeah, that's in. Yeah,
that's what I thought I'd done. Brilliant, fantastic. So that is alto ones and twos from the Never a Cloudy Day. It would be all in one breath. Never a cloudy day. and then if you need a breath after that first butt bar, but basically try not to break the slide, you know, the slide up to the butt bar. If you can do Never a Cloudy Day, but, you know, all the way to the end, that would be great, up to the end of 84. But if you do want to have a breath, a really snappy breath after the 2 butt bars in that bar.
Ben, do you want us to stagger the breathing at that point, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the, it's a good point. It would be, I would want to hear it before, and I can't hear it. So let's maybe put if you could write, maybe a question mark to remind me of that, Jane, and
yeah, sure.
When we sing together, not on Zoom, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. Then okay, yeah. So let's go from that bit. Never a Cloudy Day. Just singing, do you remember? Never a cloudy day. And we're going to stop it there. Ignore the last 2 bars. Ending on 106 at the moment, and then we'll. I was watching another choir do this actually, and they've also scrapped the last 2 bars, and they go back to the start actually, which is quite a nice idea. But again, it's going to be, I'll have a think, and I'd rather sort of let's just end it on 106 at the moment, and forget about those last 2 bars. Yeah, there's just a couple of tricky bits on that last page. If we just quickly go through them. Sopranos, you should be all right for that bit because it's just straight all the way through that section. Alto ones, you've got a slightly tricky bit, so just go from chorus 4 to page 18. Oh yeah, so loud dynamic. Ba-do, ba-do. Make sure that's written in, yeah. Ba-de-ya, ba-do, ba-do, ba-de-ya, ba-do, ba-do, ba-de-ya. Never was never a cloudy day. And alto 2s, if we'll just go from bar 101 at the bottom of page 18. Never was never a cloudy day. Yeah, it's sort of remembering to do timbre at the end of bar 102. That's always tricky. It's what comes out of nowhere. Yeah, timbre. And then the never was a cloudy for the alto 2s and the alto 1s. Never was a cloudy. Cool. Any questions on that? I mean, it's just one of those things. We'll keep on going through it and making sure that we've all got the right markings down and everything.
Going back to page 15, that never a cloudy day bit.
Yes.
I find it weird taking a breath now because I've learned it not taking a breath. So do I have to, or can I just?
If you can, absolutely, you don't have to at all. I mean, this is why I think the stagger breathing would make sense actually, but it would be something that I'd want to listen to. Never a cloudy day. Yeah, I mean, maybe, yeah, if you can do it all in one breath, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And again, it's what I said to the altos. You can take a really snappy breath after the second bar. Ba, 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 ba. But as long as nobody breathes in the slide, yeah, that's great. Okay, brilliant. Let us then, just for the final 5 minutes of this section, let's just sing through the chain then, please. And Sops, ask me any questions that you might have with it. And altos, obviously, we've got the, after the break, we've got time to go through it in more detail. Okay. So like I said, for sopranos who weren't here last week, do your sectional, I believe, is still on YouTube. So do have a look through that. And I think it should answer any queries you may have. And I also said to the sopranos, if you have got another question, don't worry, just give me a quick email. Just if it's just related to that, just give me a really quick email or a WhatsApp or whatever. If you've got any questions about recording or anything like that. And what was I going to say? Yeah, we said we could do it in sections. So altos will be talking about this in more detail. But like sopranos especially, you can record it up to sort of the beatboxing section, up to page 5. You can do a set 1 recording and then do the beatboxing section as another recording because we're doing the audio. So it doesn't matter too much, at all about, I can just put them together. It doesn't matter about videoing it. Okay, let's just think through. Here we go. Altos, do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, and do 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 do. Listen to the wind blow, watch the sunrise. Shadows, running in the shadows. Damn your love, damn your lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can see. Listen to the wind blow, down comes the night. Shadows, running in the shadows. Damn your love, damn your lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still Brilliant. I haven't listened to the. I've downloaded, by the way, people who have sopranos who have sent me their stuff already. I've downloaded them, but I haven't listened to them yet. because I'd put them in my software and then realized it would all changed. So yeah, and I also want to wait for all the sopranos to send me theirs, and then I can go through them all and put them together. But have any questions you want me to go over? Anything in particular? No, that's cool. I mean, I'd say we've got time to go through stuff later. Sopranos, I can just say one comment. Just watch the beatboxing section. We spent quite a lot of time on that last week. So just making sure that we on the dum when it goes dum just making sure that we define the d and the t. That's just a small little thing, rather than tum tum, because d d d. It's all sort of very similar mouth shape, but it's d d dum t k t dum. Just sort of that. I think I mentioned that last week. Cool, brilliant, fantastic. Excellent. Well, like I said, rest of the stops, if you could get me your recordings by a next rehearsal, that would be wonderful. Same thing, WhatsApp, WeTransfer, whatever's easiest for you. Send me a message or email if you've got any questions. And altos, I shall see you after the break. Thank you, everybody.
Sorry, Ben, what time are we? 7 o'clock, is it?
So it'll be 10 past.
10 past.
Yeah. Wait for a couple more tenors and basses to join us.
Alistair's away, enjoying himself.
Ah, is he?
Yeah. I'll see you later.
I'm just hanging on to ask Mike if he will do the sing-along, because of course I shall be in the...
oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, unless somebody else wants to volunteer just to take the sing-along. No. Stuart won't be able to share his sound, I'm sorry. He won't know how to do that. Sorry, Stu Pop.
Wait for Gordon and Chris, and then a couple more minutes.
This is supposed to be for the chaps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'm having trouble getting mine up here. Oh, is it me? Oh, here he comes.
I thought the men started at 22.
Oh, they're doing it now.
No, it's half past. I think I usually just go over, basically. That's
Really? Okay, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good evening, all.
Evening, bye.
Yes.
Did everyone else think it was 22? Because maybe that's why Gordon and Chris aren't here.
Seems a bit quiet tonight.
It does, isn't it? Well, Chris came to the sops and altos bit at the start and then left very quickly.
Yeah.
So he'll probably return at some point. I don't know. Has anybody heard of any other tenors and basses? One, Masons? No. Let's make a start. Okay, we're going to look at September to start with today. Here's Gordon. As I just think it's important, just will be good to just keep going through our new songs, going through them in detail, making sure that we've all got the right markings written down and everything. And then we'll just go through the chain again, obviously, for the recording. Okay, let's mute everybody. Let us, I'll just play the SATB track first. And then what I'll do is I'll probably do exactly the same thing with the stop sonatas. I'll just stop it after each section and just make sure that everyone's okay, because it is quite long. Okay, just get this started. Right. September tenor part goes ba ba boom ba. Oh no, it doesn't. Wrong key. Yeah, it does. Ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba is your part, and the bass goes ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba is your part. Here we go from the top. Ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba. Never a cloud. Cool. Just stopping it there, just straight away, just making sure tenors that we're all right with the sepid and de. So if we just go from the top of that second page, ba 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 ba, never a cloud, sepid and de, ba 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 wow, ba 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 ba. Do you remember? And then taking a breath after do you remember, not before, yeah? So we go straight through, ba 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 ba. Do you remember? Yeah, and then are we all right getting down to that G at the end of bar 7 tenors after the sepidid and DR? That's always a bit weird. If we just go from the top of that second page again, ba ba boom ba ba, never a cloud, sepidid and DR, ba 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 wow, ba 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 ba. Do you remember? And then basses, I think we're all right there. Just making sure that B really comes out in bar 7. You know, back and doo doo, back and doo doo, back and doo doo, bap. You know. Okay, let's just do that one more time then from the top. And carry on this time. Ba ba boom ba ba, tenors. Ba ba boom ba ba. Here we go. Ba ba boom ba 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 boom ba ba. Never a cloud. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the lives of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. Say, do you remember? Dancing in September, never was a cloudy day. Just quickly pause it there, just making sure that we've got a really, really nice, because this song is so long and quite repetitive. We need to have those dynamics, we need to have that contrast throughout to really sort of keep the audience's interest and everything, and our own interest, to be honest. So making sure that we have a nice big crescendo into each chorus, yeah? So that first one, bottom of page 6, tenors, you can sing, how the stars stole the night away, ba 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 dia, and we're straight in there, and really sort of, you haven't got long, but ba 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 ba, really grow that. And basses, back and doo doo, back and doo doo, back and doo doo, ba 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 da dia, ba doo, say do you remember, and you're straight in there, yeah. Oh no, that's different. Ba ba dia, ba doo doo dip dip dow, that bit. That was thinking of singing the end bit. So ba ba de ow, ba doo doo dip dip dow, ba ba de ow, ba doo dip dip da. Yeah. Cool. So that's important. Nice big crescendo into the chorus, and then keep that level high. And then when we get to the interlude, so top of page 8, it's sort of more really for sops and altos who suddenly have to get quiet, you know, bop, 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 ba-doo, ba-doo. But just remembering that when you join them 2 bars later, bar 37, you come in really softly there. Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. Really, really, really soft. Ba-doo, 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 wah. Making sure tenors, we've got that ba-doo, wah there in bar 40, yeah? Not ba-doo, da. Ba-doo, wah. To match what the sopranos are singing as well, because they're doing that as well. Same for you, basses. Ba-doo, ba-doo. Do 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 do, and then sort of a little crescendo at the top of page 9, getting louder, but not too loud, but just sort of bring it back to the verse. Yeah, my thoughts are with you, and obviously you're the loudest part there, tenors. Let's just do that then with the interlude. Everybody? Holding hands with your heart to see. Only blue talking love. Remember, do you remember how we knew love was here to stay? To stay. Now December found the love we shared in September. Only blue talking love. Remember, the true love we shared today. And we're back at the chorus, just dubbing it again, just making sure. Top of page 10, nice crescendo there, please. So tenors, I'll sing your part. How we knew love was here to stay, to stay. Now December, and really soft there, really, really soft for Now December. That's sort of the quietest section. And basses don't sing the Now December or shared in in September, sorry. So don't sing Now December or in September, bottom of page 10. Back and do bap. So you just go. Found the love we shared. Only blue talking love. Do. Yeah. So only basses aren't singing the Now December just because it's in unison. It's a bit high. We want it to be quiet, and it's in unison with what the tenors are singing anyway. But really soft. And then obviously bottom of page 11, big crescendo going into the chorus. Yeah. Really, 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 really big. And basses you can sort of push, you know, with that part, back and do, back and do, back. You can really sort of push the other sections and in volume there. So let's go from that top of page 12. Obviously, do interrupt me if you want me to go over anything in particular. Top of page 12 then, going into the chorus. Let me just quickly find it. Here we go, so it's going into it. So, ba-de-ya, tenors. Ba-ba-de-ya, ba-doo-dun. Here we go. Ba-de-ya, say do you remember? Ba-de-ya, dancing in September. Ba-de-ya, never was a cloudy day. Ba-ba-ba, say ba-de-ya, say do you remember? Ba-de-ya, dancing in September. Ba-de-ya, never was a cloudy day. Now I was ringing, our souls singing. Do you remember? Never a cloudy day. Just quickly pause it there and just go through. There's a couple of tricky bits on page 15, so if you can just quickly look at that again, just make sure we're all on the same page. Let's go from bottom of page 14, verse 5. tenors. Do 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 do, ringing 2, 3, and do 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 do, ringing. Do 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 do, we're singing, singing. Do you remember? Never. And what I've said to the sops and altos here is, I know there's the P, meaning quiet, is written on the day, but I think it makes a little bit more sense and a bit more impact if we move it forward a bit and put it in front of the never a cloudy day. And that applies to you as well, basses. So if we go from do you remember never a cloudy day, straight in there with a soft singing on never a cloud. Oh no, it's never a cloudy day. That's what it is, isn't it? And basses, just quickly go through your bit, verse 5, bottom of page 14. Do 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 do, 1, 2, 3, and do 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 do. We're singing, singing. Do you remember? Never a cloudy day. Yeah, really soft there. And remember, no slide. We've got rid of that slide at the end there, basses, because it's not going anywhere. And in terms of breathing, tenors, making sure that we don't breathe during the slide. Yeah. So never a cloudy day. Ba 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 ba. Breathe. But ideally, that if you can do day all the way up to sort of the end of the first butt bar section. But if you have to take a really quick breath, an emergency breath would be never a cloudy day. Ba 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 after the second bar. Yeah. Ba 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 if you have to. But ideally in one phrase, please. That would be great. Cool. And then basses, when you come in on the bottom of page 16, I think it will sound good if we're really strong, if you have a really strong entry there, because everyone will go ba 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 ba, and then suddenly do 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 do. You can just imagine a bass guitar sort of really really loud at that moment. Do 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 ba ba ba. So don't be afraid to sing really loudly there. Let's just do that section then, please. Let's go from Never a Cloudy Day. Just find it. Here we go. Singing, do you remember? Never a cloudy day. Ba 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 ba. Ignore those last two bars. Just finishing on 106. Yeah. And interestingly, I saw a video of another choir performing this, and they too got rid of the last two bars. And I think they went back to the beginning actually and repeated the intro. It's quite a nice idea, so we might do that, but just for now, just scrap those last two bars and just finish on 106, and we'll work something out when we get back together and sing it. Let's just remind you, basses 17. It's a really horrible part there, that because not only is it high, but it's up to a top E, E above middle C. But like I have said, I have given you an option to sing it down an octave as well. It's absolutely fine, but it is off the beat as well. So what I would do is I'd put an before the ba on the beat. So you go ba 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 ba. So we really sort of come in strong there rather than guessing it, because it's meant to be ba 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 off the beat. But if we put an on that strong beat and then go to the ba straight away, ba 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 do 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 ba ba ba. And again, coming in strong there on that do 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 do, and remembering that there's a chorus there as well. So keep that sort of intensity, that volume level really high there. And if we just go through those notes very quickly, and on the last page there, tenors. In fact, we should go from chorus 4, top of page 18. Ba-dee-ya, 2, 3, and ba-dee-ya. Say that you remember, ba-dee-ya. Dancing in September, ba-dee-ya. Never was a cloudy, never a cloudy day. Yeah. Never was a cloudy semitone. Never was a cloudy. Making sure that's just a semitone, not a tone. Not cloudy, cloudy. Yeah, cloudy. And basses, chorus 4, page 18. We just go through that. Ba-ba day out, 2, 3. Ba-ba day out, ba-doo-doo. Say, do you remember? Ba-ba day out, ba-doo-doo. Dancing in September, ba-ba day out. Never was a cloudy, never a cloud, or never a cloudy day. Absolutely fine to do that down an octave, because that goes up to an F sharp, which is a bit ridiculous for a bass. And that's, you've got the hardest part for Never Was a Cloudy Day in bar 104. Never was, never was a cloudy, never was a cloudy. That's really nasty. Never was a cloudy, never was a cloudy. So just watch that. Cool. Any questions? Brilliant. Excellent. So I think it's important that we'll just keep on going through some of these new ones and making sure that we're all singing the same thing, making sure that we're all breathing in the right places and everything. Let's move on then, please, to the chain. Then let's just spend the last few minutes for the break on the chain. So altos have got their sectional after the break this week. Tenors, your sectional is next week. Yeah, and basses, your sectional's the week after. And then I'd want you to record it sort of the week after your sectional, the week or two after your sectional. You can do it a couple of weeks after that as well. Absolutely fine. And I've also said to the sopranos as well, and a couple of them have done it, because we're only recording audio and not video this time round. You can do it in a couple of sections as well. So they've recorded up to page 5, their beatboxing bit. They've recorded the vocal for up to them, and then a separate audio file of them going t t t t. And it sort of makes sense, I think, to do that, because then if you sort of get to the last page and make a really sort of bad mistake, rather than having to redo the whole thing again, it's a little bit better splitting it up in sections. So you can do that as well. But I would think of it as 2 sections. Don't send me, as I said, don't send me 7 recordings, one of each page. But like maybe just those 2 sections, that would be great. Okay, let's just go through it with the SATB recording from the top. I'll give you your notes first. Good idea. This is both your no, do, do, tenor, do, do, do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and do, 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 do.
Listen to the wind blow, down comes the night. Shadows, running in the shadows. Damn your love, damn your lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you sing, you will never break the chain. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you sing, you will never break the chain. Break the chain. Keep us together. Oh, Jane, keep us together. Running in the shadow. Jane, keep us together. Oh, Jane, keep us together. I'm running in the shadow. Jane, keep us together. Oh, Jane, keep us together. Oh, Jane, keep us together.
Okay. So we've got a couple minutes left. Do you want me to go? Let me know if anything specific you want me to go over. There's a bit that I'd like to look over if you haven't got anything you want to. Okay, let's go over then. I think the second section really. So if we just look at page 5, I think that's sort of the hardest bit, and making sure that we've all got our dynamics. We all know what's going on there. So tenors. Never break the chain. Obviously, you've got the same note there, but starting really soft, really quiet. Na 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 na. As soon as it gets to the na na, that's when the sound really comes out there, because you've only got a bar. Do 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 na 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 na. Even though it says MP there, nice big crescendo. Get rid of that MP, sort of more F like. We'll get to the end there, and then when it comes to bar 47, chain, come down again. Chain, keep us together, but still really rhythmical there. Yeah, really rhythmical. And then chain, keep us together. I'm running in the shadows. And then when it comes to this bit, bar 55, really loud, I think, for this bit. Suddenly, because suddenly the soprano sings, alto sings, you're singing. Chain, what is it? Chain, keep us together. Sort of suddenly lifts it up there, yeah. And then to the end, just sort of gradually getting a little bit louder. And tenor ones, when you go up to that top G, that's sort of when you got to really go for it, yeah. Basses, it's tricky because obviously you've just got the same do 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 do. But again, it's sort of that. Not only it's difficult to change dynamic because you're low, but it's more sort of tone really. We want you to change right to the end, especially so from the outro from 47 when you've got do 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 do, and at the end we should be sort of less airing, go do 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 do, sort of, so it cuts through, you know. So you can change your tone throughout to sort of really sort of make it more resonant and cut right through that mix. Cool. We'll obviously have go on, Chris.
Sorry, bar 58 then, and then it carries on forevermore. I'm not sure I'm getting to that E. I think I'm either going above it or below it. I don't know.
Yeah, good question. I mean, it sort of comes out of nowhere, the O, doesn't it? So if we go from chain, keep us together, 1, 2, oh, chain, oh, again, it's a fourth, which is horrible. Oh, 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 chain. Let me just think. If you think of when the bass is do 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 do, that's the E. Do 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 do.
I think probably I was getting it, to be honest, but
Yeah.
I wasn't confident I was getting it.
Yeah, and it really sort of crescendo through that. Oh, oh, chain, oh, chain. That would be good. Brilliant, fantastic. Thank you, tenors and basses. Break time. Ask them all.
Oh.
Who's going to start the conversation off then?
You are.
You have.
No, I'm eating. You carry on.
What are you eating?
Bag bowl.
Oh, lovely.
Every Monday night I have it. My son makes it for me because I'm home too late. So we
Oh,
always have spaghetti bolognese on a Monday.
a little angel.
He is a little treasure.
I'm still sulking because I got thrown out of the ladies' session earlier on.
I said if you want to be a girl, you can stay.
They see through your drag then.
You'd have thought I'd walked into a ladies' changing room. The reaction of shock I got was, "Oh, it's a man! Ooh, why are you here?" So I went. I just went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't say goodbye, nothing. Just went.
Unusual for you not to say anything, Chris. That's all. Just thought I'd put that in. We love you, really.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah. Oi, oi. Ooh, saucer of milk in that corner, please.
I was going to talk about pots and kettles, but I thought I'd let it lie.
No, all right.
Just tried to do my recording of the chain whilst you were the guys were on.
How did it go?
All I could hear is my son in the background going, "Running in the shadows." I went, "Will you stop it? I'm trying to record." And I heard him burp, and I was thinking, "Oh, I'll wait till he goes upstairs." When he said, "Oh, by the way, you sound like a bloody cat, mother."
Oh,
Nice.
Oh dear.
Ah.
Yes.
He has a bit of confidence, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Mine 12 times and I haven't got the confidence to send it in yet.
I'm going to do one more. That's it. I don't care because he's going to tweak it anyway. It's not going to be my voice.
He'll have to tweak mine a lot.
I don't suppose it's our voices, if that makes any sense. It's all been tweaked and sounds beautiful because I certainly don't sound beautiful.
It's just that it's disappointing because the way Ben sings it, he sings every part so beautifully. And
oh, that's not his voice, is it?
That is his voice.
Whose is it? Whose voice is it then?
Behave, will you? Behave. He's been tweaked. And I bet he's listening in the background.
Yeah, we know you're there, Ben.
Well, it's recording, so he can pick up. Yes, he can go and pick this up.
Because he can't reach those high notes without something being done.
Oh, he tightens his trousers.
Yeah.
No, I think he can reach the high notes.
I
It's
bet
the
he
low
can.
notes.
It's the low notes he has trouble
Yeah,
with.
exactly.
Well, we've heard him in rehearsal singing the high notes, so he can.
Yes.
Well, believe what you want, but I don't care.
No.
Makes you feel better, Joe.
I'm going to get it tweaked. I don't mind.
Oh, you can tweak me anytime.
Yeah.
Painless.
He managed to do a good job with our superstition, didn't he?
Pardon?
Yeah. He managed to do a good job with our superstition.
Yeah.
I was trying to listen for my voice, but I couldn't hear it. So I think he does something magically with it.
Well, the thing is, that's the beauty of singing in a choir, that you shouldn't be able to pick out your voice.
No, that's
You
right.
should all blend together, and you shouldn't have anybody poking out. So he's probably adjusted the. I don't think there's a lot he can do. He can do with sort of, if people are sort of out of sync or out of tune. But I think he can with volume wise.
Yeah.
I don't know, Gordon. You know how those books.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Ben's quite got the skills to change the tuning.
Yeah.
But he will do the relative volumes, and he'll add a bit of echo, and reverberation and stuff.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
quite good because I added a bit before I sent in my last one. And he picked it out. He caught me.
Did he?
Stuart's got a nice cardigan hanging up there behind him.
What?
Stuart.
Who's got? Oh, yeah, he is the cardigan. Yeah.
He's fallen out of it.
Lost such a lot of weight.
Oh, has anyone lost weight?
You must be joking.
I've given up standing on the scales.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you, Janet? Oh dear. I still do it just to sort of check. No. Someone brought us a box of after eights the other day. Oh dear. But they didn't last.
Oh, they would have lasted forever in my house. I hate dark chocolate, so yeah, it would have been fine. Yeah, I don't like.
Pass them to me, V. Pass them.
Don't eat dark chocolate. It's got to be Cadbury's and milk. It's
better for you, dark chocolate.
I don't. Of course it is, because I don't eat it. So yes, lots better for me.
How are you, Dan? Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Very good.
Looking very glam.
Yeah, you are looking very good.
Oh, there you go.
How's the weather? How's the weather up there?
Glasses look good.
Funny.
Funny.
Where's up there?
Ipswich.
Oh, Ipswich. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like Ipswich.
I've never been to Ipswich before.
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Jen, it's Linda.
Hi,
Last
Hi,
time
Dan.
you had a guy with you, I assume that's who you're going to stay with. Is he a
Yes.
barber shopper? Was he a barber shopper?
No, no, no.
Oh, I
No.
thought I recognised him. No,
Oh, no. No, he wasn't. Oh, you mean at the quiz evening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Not a singer at all.
Oh, right.
Alistair's off in Canterbury at the moment with 5 other men. Squash and tennis, apparently. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
He did send me a photo of a very grand looking hotel. It looked like one of those posh places like the Queen stays at, you know.
What's he doing there?
Squash and tennis.
Oh.
More
Yeah.
like beer and tennis. I bet he's not
Totally
squash.
different, I hope.
It'll be beer.
Well, it's 6 people he knows, so they say bubbles of 6, don't they? But
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
you can keep changing your bubbles, can't you? You can say, well, I'm a bubble of 6 and I'm a bubble of 6.
Yes.
You know. I mean, is this a permanent bubble he's in or what?
When he plays squash with them now, they're playing squash again, so it's a club he belongs to. They asked him to join them because the guy that was meant to be there committed suicide, unfortunately.
Oh shit!
Was he that bad?
Oh,
Black
No,
humour
it's
there.
really sad, but
Sorry.
Alistair was a substitute. He was asked to join them.
Sorry, Pete.
Oh, thank goodness it's not my phone.
And Mark is at Marketeur's evening, so he's
Marketeurs?
Marketeur's, yeah.
Is that Mark's Tours?
No, Marketeur's. It's a livery company in the City of London.
Oh.
But he's zooming. It's a Zoom meeting.